All right. Well, if you are new to Viewer Map Review, first of all, welcome. As you can see, this is a public room. Club is Nullifus Struggle Bus, and the room is Map Review. Each map, we have 12. Hold on. we'll vote to skip. We'll vote to skip. But we have 12 maps, and 12 maps, 12 minutes each. That was the lobby map that we just wrapped up. There's gonna be one intermission map for me to go to the bathroom in the middle of. Let's vote to play next track. There we go. Let's vote to play next map, and then let's actually get started. Fraxel, more like Prindle. Yep, we're gonna drive, give our feedback, and see what we think. And your game crash is now 10. Alright, let's go. You remade your lobby? What does that mean? Oh, also, I guess I should mention that I tried to get my club validated, and it was rejected because it was too low effort. Apparently, you're supposed to have like a lot more like actual images, and not just like default banners and stuff like that. So I'll have to spend like a day or two making like some actual images. And get Nolan an artist. I have paid for artwork for the channel before. It's right there. And then my my profile pic comes from one of my friends doodling my face. Oh, this is not what I'm supposed to do. You want to go what? No, okay. Okay, I just have to break for a moment. There we go. Had to get back control. Okay, although I'm gonna be, normally you are gonna be doing this with a lot more speed because I did have to brake suddenly. But I think I know how all this is supposed to be done. It seems nice. Never mind, it's awful. How could this be done to me? Okay, that one was on me. I did that. Okay, and a little bit of penalty there. Mine's just default stuff because console. Yeah, so I don't know which image or images that they don't like, so I'm gonna like I don't know. It's just like the generic picture of like the bus graveyard as the background. Because honestly, I kind of like the image of the burning bus that I use as like the main picture. I think it fits well. My god, why is everyone crashing? Well, like, games are crashing. You're supposed to crash on the map, not, like, have the actual game crashed. Okay, I keep messing that part up. I need to go wider. Also, I know I applied like literally months ago to get my club verified, so I don't know how long it's been rejected, and I just never bothered to check my application. Okay, we're getting this. And would it be better to just like hop into there? I don't know. It's not that bad. I'm driving okay. Probably the burning bus. Yeah, but I like the burning bus. It's iconic, okay? It's the image I use for the Discord too. Oh yeah, this amount, I was like, trees, the green trees should be fine. Yeah, no, this amount of pink trees, it's all the little falling petal animations that really weigh stuff down. Wait, there's a risky fin? Is there actually a risky fin, or are you just making it up? You might be making it up. Also, GPS will start. Yeah, I'll watch it later. I don't need it. I'm a professional. Hidden risky. Just like, honestly, whenever I see those dragon finishes, all I can think of is that poor track of the day with the guy who just wanted to use the cool custom dragon item he found on the TMX server and just unintentionally put like 100 finishes on his own map. Oh, that was great. That was great. Okay, so I want to go like this. Do I have enough speed? I do. Ah, look at that. Also regular finish in case you missed the dragon's face. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that one track of the day. Oh, it was rough, man. Ooh, darn it. It's a loss of speed. Also, guys, I asked Grenady a question on Discord, and he actually responded. Oh my god, guys, I'm famous. It was so exciting. I can't tell you what the question was. Hopefully, it will. Hopefully, you know, like later this week, I can make an announcement about something. But, well, I mean, I guess, like, okay, it was for feet pics, but it's like, you said no, but... Oh my god, could you imagine? I'm pretty sure he would block me within, like, literally 1,000th of a second. That'd be really funny, though. But no, I'm hoping to make a... Actually, now that I think about it, a couple of announcements. There's one, technically for that 4-hour class I was talking about earlier that takes place on Wednesday nights. I'm on the wait list for that class, but I'm first on the wait list, and I've been on about 3 wait lists for class, and I've yet to have it not, like, every time I'm on a wait list, I've gotten into that class, so hopefully this will be no different. And then also something, an announcement, honestly, involving the mapping competition. Could be really cool, but that's all you're getting for now. You say your mama, uh-huh. Grenadion podcast win? No, not that. I honestly, eventually I'm gonna have a podcast episode about alt cars, but I don't know who I don't know, like, alt car mappers, because Grenady is not a mapper. Okay, so, but talking more about this map, because that's what I'm here to do. Oh my god. I can't drive. No, I was 0.6 ahead. Oh my god, that was so good. That the GPS is not in the hole. I have to run over the people. There we go. Vehicular manslaughter is how you get the GPS. Let's see. Maybe less trees, though? Yeah, definitely less trees. From what I understand, though, is this the one where the route is pretty much done, the scenery is still a work in progress? Oh, that's how you do that? Oh, okay. Scenery is work in progress. Okay. I won't talk too much about the scenery in that case. I think it is coming along fairly nicely, but I mean, the things that I would... What? I'm sorry, that's a line? Okay, whatever. I might have missed it. But yeah, honestly, the route itself seems fairly good. I am liking it. I do like the, honestly, I don't know if I have too much to say about the map, because like the most I would say about the scenery and stuff is like obviously less trees because they create a lot of lag, and like more stuff over here, and yeah, there's like the giant like this, probably add like a bit more detail and stuff on, but that like that I mean yeah, you guys probably know that. Also good, of course. Yeah, it's just mainly like detail work. I think the large structure of the scenery itself is coming along very nicely. It's just mostly like detail work and stuff like that. Also might want to do something about that. But as far as the route goes, I kind of wish that this was smoother, because like it seems like you should be able to land here, but that's not really what you do. You kind of land flat and then go down, so it would be kind of nice. More dragons in scenery would be cool to theme the map a bit more. Yes, but don't put the dragons in reach of the route. Was to hide flickering? Okay. I'm sure you can do something a little more interesting, or, you know, like decorate the wall or something a little bit more. And just so it's not a large, flat surface. I like these arches, though. This looks nice. The only thing... I think if you like Snowcar, I think this is going to be a pretty good map. It's fairly technical. This feels kind of hidden. But one thing that would actually be interesting is... So the risky fin is kind of hidden. This path is a little hidden. It would be interesting to have a route, like a jump or a transition or something in the first half of the route that is also hidden. That way, like the hidden stuff, it's not like... It turns it from being something... what am I trying to say? It turns that kind of stuff from just being like unmarked and like kind of hard to spot, like almost like a mapping mistake, into like an intentional theme of the map or something, like an intentional decision where you have to kind of like look for these hidden paths or something that can help save you time. But yeah, it's something to think about. I think that'd be pretty cool. But right now, this kind of being the only like spot on the route, not the finish, but the route that is kind of like an... Oh, did you see it? Because if you're looking at this, probably not. So it's up to you. Never stream. Apparently the ping didn't really go out, so I don't really know what to do. But other than that, like, I think I like the use of the different surfaces, although keyboard players will complain about it, especially with the grass. But if you're fine with that critique, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. To maybe send us track of the day. Okay. If you want to go for track of the day, I would maybe reconsider having all the pillars in like the little bump section in that case, because that might be a little annoying or stuff for track of the day, or like quick learn room, like map review. But outside of that, like I didn't see any major issue. Why are we back here? The major issues, we keep coming back to this map. Okay, well, all right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Skip-in should be fixed now. Yeah, so we might have to skip this map and the next map. All right, about to play next map. Let's go. Trees in and around and pillars. Thanks. Yep. And yeah, obviously finishing the scenery and stuff like that. But I think you're on the right track. It's a fun map, fun route. Blame Feckle? That's right. We blame Feckle. This is all Feckle's fault. How could Feckle do this to us? Okay, so we'll have to skip this as well. Oh, Feckle, we just started a new rule. If Fez has to validate your map, you owe Fez $100. So I'm so sorry, but you gotta pay up. All right, there we go. No, and like don't get me wrong, this was a fun map, but I never want to play it again. No, I'm just it's not that, I promise. We just have other things to get to. Hey, Jert, welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. Oh, good night. All right, sweet dreams. Have fun waking up at 4. Ew, I would never. All right, have a good night. Thanks for submitting. And NASCAR for Key by Cotton. Validated by Fez. Wow, look at that. Look at that collab. Cotton Fez. Oh, okay. Not supposed to do that. So NASCAR. I will admit, NASCAR, not my strongest style, and I do find it a little hard to critique. Just because, like, I feel like with NASCAR is one of those styles where you can get away with a lot more than other styles, but we'll see what I find. Okay. Oh, look at that author. First try author. I'm so good. I'm so good at this game. On our first Riverside, now Feckle. Guys, all I need to do is ask for money and people will give it to me. Alright guys, I want $100,000. That would be lovely. I gave you money for nothing. What? Not even for the personal satisfaction of knowing that my day is made? You only gave me money because you got something in return? What? No, people need to give me money and expect nothing in return. Sorry, is that my YouTuber side coming out too much? Okay, this turn, that turn's a little weird. I don't think I understand that turn. I should have been more on the outside of that. Yeah, so more on the outside of this, and then you go... well, no, this is what you want to be more on the outside of, so you can go inside like that. Is this a longer map? This is not a longer map. Well, it's about 50 seconds. Unless you're 8-titch, where it's 45 seconds. Yeah, NASCAR is one of those styles that I feel completely skill checked on. Oh, alright, you're gonna head out? Alright, well thanks for setting everything up, Fez. I appreciate it. Alright, and hope you have a really good rest of your week. Thanks again for setting everything up. I appreciate it. Some of these might be drifts. Or am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. Could also be going crazy. Ooh, almost flew. Oh, I got off the line. I knew I got off the line. Okay, so let me try to get somewhat more of a clean run. There are a couple things. Because NASCAR turns still kind of want to follow the the kind of apex. NASCARing my car so hard right now. NASing my car. Because NASCAR, you still kind of want to follow the rule of, like, you release for the first half of the turn, and then you accelerate through the second half of the turn. Generally speaking, you know, like it's not a perfect hard rule. Okay, we're getting somewhere though. Like, the only thing is, like, there are definitely, like, that I think is a drift. That I think is a drift. Like, especially as you get to, like, some of these are definitely drifts. There's some puzzle maps for you. I probably won't have extra time after map review because it is full, but we'll see, we'll see. Ah, I hit the wall, no. Okay, I mean, there's a 46. Atich, if you're listening, are you drifting any of these turns? Okay. So I think there are a couple drifts, like, especially later on. This seems like a drift to me right here, and this, like, one over here, I think it was this turn, feels like a drift to me. Oh, you're drifting all of them. Oh man. So I think honestly, like, NASCAR is tough. It's tough to build without accidentally building tech, which it's kind of weird, right? You build tech and then you end up accidentally building NASCAR, but then you build NASCAR and you end up accidentally building tech. Nope. I was thinking it was the map editor, and you press start to go back to the anyway. So okay, yeah, there is a GPS. Let me watch the GPS. Maybe they're all drifts, and I just read maybe the title is a joke and it's not supposed to be NASCAR, and I fell for it. I don't think it's yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be drifts. So I mean, obviously the one way to really force NASCAR is the no brakes block. That is something you could add if you just wanted to completely force it. Generally speaking here though, how I believe you're in gear 4 for most of this. or like your gear 4 or lower gear 5, NASCAR is generally faster because that's where you really start getting into the range that releasing is faster than drifting. So I would consider upping the speed or the no brakes block, forcing that. I don't think drifting is faster on all the corners. Yeah, that was a rough one. I mean, it's a nice start to like a tech map. You missed checkpoint 1 on the inside corner. Did you clip? How do you... You had to have perfectly gotten that. Okay, and then maybe like a small pull or something, or extend the checkpoint out just to make it. Honestly, this I think is the most awkward corner because you get airtime here, so it's not like really a smooth down to here, and so you kind of are forced to do an auto slide here, but then an auto slide like hits you and like, you know, smacks you into there. And even in the GPS there was several small release taps here, and it's really hard to drive it and to feel like you've optimized it in like a satisfying way with those kind of corners. I would consider maybe extending this out 1 block more and then putting like the rest, so you have time to set this up and then turn to the right, and you can just get a more forgiving approach there. But I think everything else was okay. It's just the main thing is I do think drifting is faster on at least a few of these turns. I would definitely watch Atitch's run. Compare that against the GPS, because I don't know what the GPS time is. Messed up. Yeah, but if you look at other NASCAR maps, generally speaking, they are a lot faster. And the reason why is because it is just faster. Like, at lower speeds, 9 times out of 10, it is faster to drift. And at higher speeds, if you can get away with releasing, that's going to be faster. No, that was a PB. Darn it, extend it by a second or something. Your run is full NASCAR? Okay. Ooh, okay, I would compare Atitch and Riverside's run then. Take a look at that. But if you really wanted to force NASCAR, the no break there is obviously, it's right there. Rip that PB, I know. I'll never know how good it was. So this, I'm assuming, is a short. A lot of trees, and this is a really dense forest on that hill. But I think overall the map flows fairly well. Talking about the NASCAR map, I think it's just solidifying the oh wait, is this where I'm supposed to go? I don't know. Oh. Okay. Solar Desert. It doesn't have a number on it, though. Definitely some cuts on this one. Oh, okay. Oh. This is for shorts, it's too long. Yeah, probably is. So I don't think it's for shorts. I kind of want to see if this cut path, how this works. Oh my god, if I could... Okay, so I'll just do it. Okay. That was a 23.4 with the no respawn timer. So let's see if I can get a time anywhere close to that. I clipped the edge. Oh, darn it. 23.7, whatever. Get home in time. Oh, hello, Dr. Schnizzle. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. I think the way this is supposed to go is it's supposed to be like this. You go over here, and then you come back around here. Where now you have the speed to like make this turn a bit smoother. Okay. And then you come across here. It's that cactus again. And then you come across here into the actual finish. And yeah, given that that is still author time, or at least the no respawn timer was author time, I'm thinking that that's the intended route versus the route that I'm taking. Oh, well, with a better bug slide. And I'm assuming everyone else is taking this route too, given the fact that I'm fourth. Yeah. Yep, cactus. So, yeah, and I don't think this is a shorts map because it is over 20 seconds, so it's not like one of those find the cut short maps. Is it faster to not bug slide around here? Because I do have a lot less speed. Yeah, no, it's faster to do the bug slide. All right, well, honestly, I'm kind of just, I want a better run. I want a cleaner run. And we can talk about ways to force what I think is the intended route. Okay. 22.3. At 20.6 by A-Titch is really good. Oh, this is probably fast. Yeah, okay, you can keep some more speed too. Okay, I'm starting to see what other people are doing. I was doing too harsh of a bug slide, and you lose a lot of speed for that bug slide. So if you go around here and not do that, then that's better. There we go. Extra speed. Early landing for more speed. And half a second. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Still over a second behind A-Titch, though. That's crazy. I mean, there... Oh. That was actually 0.8. Holy cow. Okay, but let's talk about the map. Honestly, like, there is something that's, like, I don't know if the cut is intentional. Oh, wait. I can look on the Discord, see if there's, See if there was a comment along with the submission that I could get more information on. Short map record is 21.8 if you want the team exchange. Okay. So it seems like they are aware of the cut. So it seems like, yeah, so they're aware of the cut and they seem to be fine with it. It's dropping up. Yeah, I figured that out. Mm-hmm. But let's see, because I'm just trying to think. So overall, honestly, the route, it's a fun, like, spot the cut kind of thing, and there's actually quite a bit of optimization. But let's say, for the sake of theory, you wanted to force the intended route of coming back over here, collecting this, going down over here, getting this, and then, you know, back here, finish. If you wanted that to be the actual route, then you definitely need more checkpoints. Because if we look at the cut route, I mean, the problem is that you're reusing a lot of the same track. Like, you're literally going here, collecting the finish, and then, like, well, here, right next to the finish, all the way to the other side of the map, and then all the way back here to the finish. And that is a recipe for a cut. Like, that, it's going to be very hard to cut proof a map like that. But what I would probably do, I would probably have another checkpoint. I mean, you need more checkpoints, basically. Because if you jump here, if we look at the route the cut is going, the cut goes to here, and then through here, back to here. The cut, basically, it's not coming out here. And there's nothing preventing the car from collecting the checkpoint and going up to the finish in the same ramp up. So if you wanted to actually cut proof, what would I do? I mean, I think the first thing I would probably do is, like, put a checkpoint back here, and then maybe a checkpoint, maybe have two different checkpoints. One coming from this side, and then one on this side, and then create a barrier in the middle here. So you're kind of forced to go here, up, down, and then here. And if you wanted to get around that, you would have to, like, collect one, drive out over here, collect the other one, and then I don't think you would have enough speed for this. And that's probably what I would do. And then, yeah, so, like, one more checkpoint down here, and then a couple checkpoints here and here to force the quarter pipe. But like I said, you are reusing a large portion of the track, which is gonna, it's asking for a cut. Also, Sid, welcome. But honestly, even with the intended way that I drove it, it's still not that smooth of a route, and that's because of this section right here. This turn is way too far back. I would probably, if you wanted to be a drop down into a turn, I think this would actually be a decent dirt, like at least this part being dirt into asphalt here. But then when you jump up here, you over jump the checkpoint. So what I would do is I would probably keep this flat, put the checkpoint here, and then just have this be a ramp up like that from flat grounds. And then, yeah, if you just had a checkpoint back here, then it would prevent, you wouldn't be able to do that, basically. Hope you're doing well today, Sid. So that's kind of what I would recommend for the route. I just think, like, this back corner is the weakest part of the route, and I'm kind of happy the cut skips it, because this, like, this turn is really awkward. It's too far back. Like, if you wanted to keep it purely asphalt, I would probably bump it up a turn forward and then just leave this level to the ground. Outside of that, with the scenery, be very careful with tree spam. I think this is fine, but if you cover an entire map with tree spam, you are asking for lag outs, you're asking for people's games to crash. So just be very careful about that. And I think the big thing that is missing for scenery is larger items that go over the map. Because right now you've got this like little tower, and you've got this, which I mean, yeah, they're decent, but you're just kind of missing something that just goes over. That way you're driving in the map, not just on it. Don't mind me hanging out inside the ramp CP, just chilling here. Oh yeah, go for it. What, you're chilling out inside like this? The ramp CP. Oh, this one, the quarter pipe checkpoint. Very nice. Yeah, you can just take a little nap there. You're good. All good. And maybe move the whole map from stadium into an empty map as well. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I don't really care if like a map is in the stadium or not, but yeah, if you wanted to, you can move it outside the stadium. But it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, a few things to consider depending on like which direction you wanted to go. I do think that as like hunting the cut, like finding the cut and then hunting it, I think it's a pretty fun map, but just, you know, theory crafting if you wanted to not have the map be cut. This looks nice. I'm really liking the scenery on this one. Dr. Schnizzle, hey, he just joined just in time. Just in time, just after dark. There we go. Although I think with the sunset, it's just before dark, but you know, I think the map will still be drivable even with that glaring issue. Alright, so that's definitely an outside clean gear up. You can even get that better. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Dr. Snizzle, by the way, I don't know if you said, I'll have to maybe check the Discord. Is this meant for track of the day? Okay, so really far on the outside. Oh my god, if I could get off the wall. Okay, I'm fine. I'm doing great. I'm really good at dirt, by the way. Definitely my strongest style, and definitely not one of my weakest styles. I haven't really been in the Discord very long. I was told to check it out and submit a map by Taurus, but have missed the ones in the past. But I'm relatively new to mapping, so any input you're all ears for. Okay. Checkpoint 2, not double respawn friendly. Okay. Well, I think, especially if you're new to mapping, this is a very good start. This is not double respawn friendly. Yeah, it is not. Okay, so if you are going for track of the day, every checkpoint does have to be double respawnable. This, I don't think that the checkpoint placement is bad. I would probably put in a custom respawn. And if you don't know how to do that, I do have a video that will explain the process. It's called Everything You Need to Know About Checkpoints. And it covers the process on how to put in a custom respawn. Because especially if you're going for track of the day, and if you're going for track of the day, you're going for cup of the day, and it's because of cup of the day that every checkpoint needs to be double respawnable. Ooh, very tough to keep the gears on. Very nice. Oh my god, I kept the gears. Never mind. I'm so good at dirt. Never mind. Don't say anything. Yeah, this is very impressive if you just started. I don't... This gear up, though. I'll have to check the GPS on that. Maybe I'm driving it improperly. That turn. The dirt turn. Oh, kept it again. Look at me go. Oh, darn it. Yeah, don't mind that. Just casual 16-second PB. You did the route, and presets did the scenery, by the way, so hats off to him because he cooked. Yeah, the scenery looks really good. Okay, yeah, so let me watch the GPS. Map has the dirt turn, yeah. Can't have a map without the... Can't have a dirt map without the dirt turn. Yeah, when your second run is over a minute faster than your first run. 48.669, okay. Wow, that is close to the wall. I would never get that close to the wall. I'm scared. Okay. Yeah, very nice, very nice. My baby brother walked 10 steps a few hours ago. He's cooking. Look at him go. He's going for that new PB. But let's see. Let's find... there's one thing I did want to check. I forget. I think these 2 blocks are fine. What am I looking for? It's right here. I think this is fine. I want to say this is fine. Yes, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's right. It's the dirt block and the black platform block that you can clip on, but the pool is fine. That's right. Okay. Just double checking, make sure I didn't misremember that. So I think you have a very strong map here. The route seems very good. Since you are going for track of the day, though, I would recommend a couple things. This right here is probably the section that, if the map got rejected for track of the day, this would probably be why. Because it's very easy to clip, and especially with the engine off, it's a very tight section that adds up the difficulty, and I don't think people in like Div 30 would be able to get this very clean. So let's figure out some things that we could do to maybe address that. Honestly, I don't know if there's a vanilla item or a vanilla block like this. There probably isn't, but maybe a custom block where a custom penalty sand thing that goes from, that matches this curve right here. That way it's smooth, but you don't want to go in the middle because then you catch penalty sand and your engine off, and that would be like really slow. Yeah, if you clip before the engine off, all ride kind of suck. Yeah, and also it's very easy to clip here and very easy to clip there. So I would see if there's like a custom penalty sand block that perfectly fits that. And then also I would consider extending this one more block, extending the recovery zone one more block, because if you get it, it's really nice, it's a tight fit and it works out really well. But if if you're off up here, then I don't think there's really much, that there's not enough time to actually recover. So I would maybe consider giving one more block of recovery and making this smoother. Yeah, without the engine off section, I give it plus or plus. But now I'm thinking more of a plus as a skill issue driver. Yeah, so I think like the lower divs, and the person reviewing the maps really likes to keep the lower divs in mind. So yeah, this would probably be the largest problem section. And then obviously going through, making sure that you can double respawn the whole map. We already covered that though. Like we said, scenery looks amazing. 27th in div, 44 out of 46 today. But hey, that's the top half of that div, so there you go. That's all you need. I like some of the spicier elements. Like I like this because it's not something that I see that often. I'm just trying to think of ways to like keep the essential idea while still having it be like not too difficult for either newer players or players at the lower divs. For a while you were trying to look for the wall ride helper blocks to avoid clipping, but you kind of gave up because I'm not sure if there are custom ones that fit the low small wall ride. I mean, there should be ones that fit this, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know at the very least you could put in the normal dirt block here, and then in the mesh modeler change it to penalty. I've done something like that in the past. I'm not entirely... Yeah, that you would probably have to look up how to do in the mesh modeler. It's not too bad, but it might be a little annoying. Phoebe said she actually wants more difficult maps to track of the day pretty recently. Yeah, but I don't know to what extent, and if like this is that just raises a red flag. Just like a couple things that would make it easier for the lower divs. Because when she says like harder maps, I don't think she's talking about like actually difficult maps. I'm thinking she's talking about like what has qualified as a more difficult map in past track of the days and stuff like that. You'd say you mostly gave up because you were tired of looking. Yeah, that's understandable. Mine is quite difficult for track of the day, not on the scale of your maps. Yeah, Fez said that you actually had a normal map and that someone should check on you to make sure that you're doing okay. So are you doing okay, Feckle? Just checking in, you know. About 5-8 of them DNF'd. No, Den, you don't include that part. You just include the part that you did pretty well. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. But honestly, yeah, I really like this. I think you did a good job with the route, and I forget who did the scenery, but they did a really good job with the scenery. I like it. It's just this section right here and making sure that the map is double respawnable are really the only things I would focus on. And outside of that, I think you have a pretty good shot at track of the day here. It's just also know that if your map does get reviewed by Nadeo but rejected, it's not necessarily like anything you did wrong. It's Phoebe does look at a lot of maps, and obviously all of them can't be track of the day, so it could just be, you know, bad luck and stuff too. You haven't used Mesh Modeler, but if you want to make a custom block, do you have to place it on grid to edit first and then free block it after? So yes, so yeah, so I would place it, I would place the block somewhere else, and then there's going to be, I believe in the, if you hit the arrow, so you know how you have like the different placing options where you have like the ghost block, free block. I believe if you press the arrow on that, there's create item from selected block, and you can select the block and then you double click the face and it should yeah, so you select that and then there's gonna be a little cogwheel with the mesh. Look at Matt DTO. We are not the same person despite us both being bald. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And then yeah, he's got some mesh modeler tutorials there. It's gonna be better than anything I can explain here. Yeah, so there's a lot of trees. This map has some info on Discord. Okay, I will read that. Well, I'll try to read it. I wish I could read. Short proof of concept made with your work in progress Excel track generation ETG tool for a series of maps you intend to make in this style, but all 1,000 blocks long instead of the 70 blocks of this track. Route is 100% randomly generated with aforementioned tool, so expect uncalced turns. I may eventually, if/once I have enough maps completed, set up like a blind endurance competition with one map at a time. Mostly happy with scenery, but wondering if this be okay for maps of longer duration, depending on what the generation tool spits out. It's like 20 to 40 minutes. The thing is that the track has to be enclosed to prevent skips, so the current decoration is your current iteration to have the track fully enclosed and still be fully integrated into the scenery. Interesting. Okay. No, we are not the same. We are not the same. It's Matt DTO, not Nola DTO. It's a very, very common mistake. Yeah, yes, thank you, Doctor, for sending it in. Game crash, it's the trees. Matt DTO's Nola brother. No, we are not related. Not aware of the tree issue yet? Okay. It was funny when someone did like this heavy tree spam for a track of the day, but like it was a large map too. So it was literally a track of the day where people couldn't even load the map in single player to play it because it crashed everyone's game. There was no getting around it. Everyone's game just died. I think eventually I was able to get in and play the map, and it was a fun map. But yeah, it crashed so many people's PCs, and so many people just weren't able to play at all. Darn it. I couldn't predict it. You enjoy yourself some trees. Yeah, trees are nice, but too many of them can be bad. On blocks, he's yeah. First map you made where you tried to make it look good, you made the mistake of using lots of autumn trees. Did not know that they were. Yeah, I think it's a lesson a lot of people learn the hard way. So this is interesting. There's a tight turn coming up somewhere. Yep. Darn it. So honestly, trees are like a really easy way to make your map look like halfway decent. So I think it's something a lot of new mappers do just because trees look nice. Darn it. Honestly, it might be better just to smack into the wall and not even worry about, like, this stuff. Okay. Hey, author medal. I'll take that. Might be cool if you use the lights to indicate how tight the turn is, since it's randomly generated. Could help for sight reading. Yeah, the idea would only be one round per map, like 20 minutes of a single map, and each map would add more blocks in the track generation algorithm, as in 20-minute-ish AT. Yeah, I feel like the biggest weakness right now is the lack of diversity. Because everything is the same. You know, it's like it's all just these larger, wider turns, and there's not much else going on. I will say I do really like the look of like the islands with these like glass tubes coming and like poking out every once in a while. That is nice, and I will say that my mouse has the loading icon next to it and has had it for a little while now, so I am a little concerned that my game will crash. Well, we'll see. But I do like the look of it. I think the big weakness of it is the fact that it's just because you can't see what's coming up, like these tight turns, it doesn't feel that fun to just kind of like just be driving left to right and then just smacking into a wall. So I think the biggest weakness is the fact that it's so repetitive. Like it's very what am I trying to say? You get the idea or like the pattern that the AI is doing very quickly, or I don't know if it's a full AI, the generator. You get its like idea of what it's trying to do very quickly, and then you just kind of like drive left or right and just be on the lookout for the super tight turn that you don't really have time to set up for. Ugh. Yeah, I also didn't have the obstacles or penalty surface things in the tool yet when making this proof of concept. Okay, as a proof of concept, I think it shows that it can work, but especially if you want to do an endurance comp, I think the idea that Ayla had, where you change the lights according to how tight the turn is, or something like that, you give something for the players to react to. I think that would really help, and obviously I guess doing and just more variety in like the elements, obstacles, turns, that kind of stuff. Just random number generation, definitely not AI. Okay, not AI. Sub 2 minutes, very nice. Would find this fun if the tighter turns were signal, just like a chill experience, maybe listening to some synthwave or techno while driving and just vibe. Yeah, and I think the scenery does look good. I would just less trees, and honestly, I think maybe adding like an observatory. I don't know why this is saying observatory, but you know, just like something like some larger building that everything's kind of like snaking around. It would also give an excuse to give a larger area that doesn't have trees, but there's still something going on. But I think as a proof of concept, it needs more variety and definitely some human touches in terms of like signaling how tight the turns are and stuff like that, and making sure that the route itself isn't too repetitive, because right now I kind of feel like there's only like 10 blocks being used, but I think it's oh wait, currently you have the lights as like each color is 20% of the track and follows the basic color palette. Yeah, and and that is a really good way to kind of like show the player that they are progressing through the map. So I think if you combine that with some way to signal how tight the turns are, probably default to castle with your current scenery skills. Yeah, you can go with castle. This is interesting though. I think the concept is working. Just need a little more work on it, but I mean, it's a proof of concept. It's early on, so as far as like do I think that this concept, obviously with like some improvements and stuff, could work in the future? Yeah. I think you could have something really interesting. Oh, and then there's Mr. Oliver. Ollie, look at all the trees. I don't know if he's ever touched a tree. He's been an inside cat for as long as I've had him. Although I got him from the shelter, so I don't know. Ollie, do you know what a tree is? Also, he was asleep. You can tell his eyes are so sleepy right now. Oh, okay. He just wanted to say hi, and now he's leaving. Or what are you coming to chill, Ollie, or what are you doing? You're just kind of... What do you want? I can't help you if you... Okay. No, you still have an hour before you get fed, so... That's a feedback, but very nice time. Yeah. Yeah, but I think, yeah, biggest thing, biggest, I guess, like, critique that I would have is just, like, the lack of variety in, like, the elements and how it's just kind of, like, turning and then, boo, sharp turn. And there's, like, not really much you can do about it, but we already covered that. Partly because proof of concept, you'll be adding more blocks to it, so I think that'll help. And also just having, like, a human go through and add, like, some touches and stuff. But cool, it's nice to see the tool working after you've posted quite a few, I'd say quite a few, like some updates in the Discord. Cool to see the tool working. I think you're on a decent track, Den. Keep it up. I see a quarter pie. Okay, quarter pie. This is Yes Ands. Map 9 Work in Progress by Salty. Yeah, because this is like this. Okay, that seems tricky. Fragile? No, I don't want fragile. Salty, how could you do this to me? I wonder what what purpose the fragile serves. Well, scenery was 100% manual design still. Like if you days work everything together, I think like a week perhaps, is spread across months. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the scenery definitely looks really good. Just, maybe less trees. No, I touched. Blame Cotton for the fragile. Cotton, how could you do this to me? I need Cotton to come here and explain right now. Otherwise, the only explanation is that Cotton wants to see the downfall of humanity. I think that's the only explanation, unless Cotton speaks up within the next 10 seconds. Alright, almost had clean-ish gears. I think there's like a second trick at the end with the powdered snow. But Salty, welcome. This seems lovely so far. Although the difficulty does seem to be a bit high for track of the day, so I'm assuming it's not for track of the day. Am I correct in that assumption? Powdered snow, what's this? The penalty snow? I don't know. This, the penalty. Like the bob transition at the start. Yeah, it is very cool. I am liking this. It's got some transitions I haven't really seen before, and that's always super cool. This beginning gear, though, is really hard to get. What other snow is there? I don't know. I think you're missing the risky. There's a risky. Is this the second risky I've missed? Yeah, of course there's a risky. I wasn't even there wasn't even a sign. Just snow. What other snow is there? Okay, well if you go skiing, then there's like groom snow that the machine packs down. There's powdered snow. That's just normal. Why am I partly invisible now? Whatever. I can live with it. I can phase out of reality for a moment. No, I touched. I believed in myself, and I crashed. I will never believe in myself again. Whatever. Good enough, good enough. Game crashed again, scenery too cool. Ayla, no, what is happening? Oof, that is a tough transition. Ah! Oh, you have to go like that? Okay. Well, yeah, if you're upside down, then you don't trigger the slow-mo. Okay. Maybe spamming respawn. Yeah, it's a little tricky. I mean, although if you take the dirt turn before safe, then it's not too bad. Oh, that's a super quick quarter pipe. That's really low. Never mind. Oh, it's Den's fault. Okay, okay. All right, let me watch the GPS. Yeah, you are supposed to keep the gear throughout the start. Darn it. That's hard, though. Oh, also, is the doctor still here? I just remembered something that I wanted to say, but I forgot to earlier. Blame your former ignorance for the trees. Oh, good. The doctor is in. Okay, okay. So there's one thing, because I know Salty knows about this, but so you'll notice. Okay, let me. Okay, so the GPS, we can listen to it. Well, okay. Which one? Okay, so here we have normal GPS sounds. You can hear the car, you can hear the gears and everything. And then here we won't hear the GPS. Like if you listen, you can kind of hear it, but you mainly, like, it's really quiet now, and you mainly just hear, like, the sound of rushing wind and that kind of stuff. That is because there's no barrier here. So when you take the GPS, most people are you can see, I pointed, like, you actually know where I'm pointing at. So you'll see, like, my car fall off the edge, and that's why the GPS doesn't really have much sound. If your car is falling underwater or upside down, it will subdue the GPS sound. So if you want your GPS to have sound, you gotta have, like, a barrier, and you can see my car crash in the barrier there. And the car is not falling upside down or underwater, and the GPS has sound. And I think, if I remember correctly, you did not have a barrier behind your GPS, and I didn't think about it. Well, I thought about it, like, in the moment, and I was like, oh, I'll mention it later, and then I didn't. Well, although technically I did, because I did it now. But yeah, it's really weird like that. So yeah, I typically put a barrier with all my GPSs. It's really strange why it does that, but it is something. As far as this map goes, I think this is really cool. I think the biggest qualm that I have with it is the getting up to gear 4 is really hard. It's kind of annoying because you got to get this, like, really well. And, like, no, that was a bad gear 4, so I gotta restart. I don't think this is for track of the day. So this, especially since it has the 9, I'm assuming this is for, like, a campaign. And, like, that was a bad gear 4, so I would have to restart. So I think having both the quarter pipe and the gear in the start, it kind of turns this into, like, a respawn simulator, and I would probably the yes and campaign. Okay. I mean, I probably could have guessed that if I took 3 more seconds to read, but I won't. But yeah, so I think the starting gear is kind of annoying to get because it's just, like, it's so tight to get it well, and I would like a little more just forgiveness, I guess. Forgiveness for my sins, for not getting the gear absolutely perfect. And then this, I think this is actually the hardest element in the entire map, is that jump right there. Like, it's so tight. There we go. Now I got... Okay, never mind. Whatever. I just threw it away. Yeah, this turn is just... Okay, well, now that I drive that, I get it perfectly. I don't know. Is it fine now? Is it fine now that I get it? Because I didn't get it at first, but now I feel like I get it. Maybe it's fine now. I don't know. It might be fine. If you have other people play test it and they also point out that turn, then I think I would take a look at it. But it might be fine. Gonna go for a bit. Hopefully can make it back for some mats, but have fun with stream. Well, thank you. We're not quite halfway done yet, so you got plenty of time. Let's see. Seen it but didn't want to participate since already 20 plus rules or more were in there by the time event. I learned about the mapping event. Wait, what is it about? But yeah, Salty, I think the rest of the map, I think it's really cool. Very creative use of the bobsled blocks. And yeah, I just think the map is really cool in general. Oh, we are at the halfway point. Very nice. Next is break map. Yes, finally I can pee. I've been struggling, I will admit. But for now, you know what, A-Titch, you've been doing a great job. You're gonna take over the stream for the next little bit. Okay, so you guys, you guys can watch A-Titch's driving and listen to chair commentary. Okay. So we'll be right back. Okay. I'll make sure the chair She said, "No, Ollie, you can't come on my lap now. I'm just about to stand up." All right, there we go. I'll be right. Oh, hold on, got it. There we go. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Oh, H-Hitch, I thought you would have beat the tower already. Okay. Okay, so what... Every mapper gets to add one rule that all maps after it have to adhere to. But it can only be like, must include and not, may not include, and can be at most about a section of the map from what you understand. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that seems like it would be difficult to build for. All right. There you go, just doing roundabouts. Honestly, I don't know if A-Teacher's ever driven on Jamstick before. It's fun watching someone discover. Oh, Felford Gap. But it looks like A-Titch is having a really good time, which means that we must continue. We have to ruin his fun. Alright, so we'll move on to the next map. I mean, I guess people could vote no, but I mean, you don't have to. Oh, and we're gonna... Okay, Ollie's back. Yay! Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ollie. No, I don't want profile. Fractal is doing map 25. Yeah, that seems like it would be a lot. Seems like it would be a lot of restrictions. At least it's like, well, that's the entire team, right? Not just one person. You may know this next map. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Great. Ollie tickled my nose as he shoved his tail in my face. Thank you so much, Ollie. Oh, I do know this one. A few more things have changed, though. Alright, well, let's figure out what we can do. Yeah, I'm really good at rice. I love rice. Yeah, that's 3 out of 3 checkpoints. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's decent. Let's try this. Okay, so there's the 1.7 PB. We got 18.9. And what about this? I don't think that's how you're supposed to do that. Change some blocks and added 2 new fins. Alright. I saw some sneak previews of some have said change the map from VC the other day. Ooh. Oh, man, I wish I knew how to drive. No. Oh. One fin you requested on the right of the start, and the other is the fin at the Quack Lakes, as you call them. Okay. No, I messed up this turn. Also, that's right, XPPHX did get 2 track of the days in a row, which is kind of crazy. I mean, PPH gets 2 track of the days in a row, and I get 4 rejected track of the days in a row, but that's fine. I'm not salty. I forget if it's 4 or 5 rejected track of the days in a row now. Who's keeping track? You know, like I wouldn't keep track. That would be unhealthy. Oh my god, could I not do that? And then there was, yeah, a finish right there. Darn it. Also, aren't the Quack Lakes like back here? No, that's the ice skating rink. Oh, okay. Huh. Does that change anything? I mean, I guess you could go here, here, and then it might be faster to go here and then go up there. Or I guess you could try here, here, and then there. Interesting. Oh boy, there is a lot to try, which honestly is good for a short. I'm not going to be able to try all of this. Oh, why did I go past? See, between trees, have gained another bush friend. Is that the... what I spotted last time here? Yeah, it probably is. Blocked off. Oh, why did... come on, turn. No. Oh, that's all wrong. This is the last change you made? Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think that line would have just been way too annoying to hunt, honestly. Oh. This is fine. I think this is intended. Yeah, I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try this. No, not that. Definitely intended? Okay, yeah. I think that's the AT strat. So you need to turn really tight. Yep, you go this way. That might not be as smooth as I was initially hoping. Maybe bumping into the plastic there would be fast. That's right. Don't clip the triangle. Don't do it. Okay, so there's a 10th faster, but yeah, it seems like there's multiple routes that will at least get you the author time, which is good, because my biggest fear for a map like this is that it's flagged as AT too hard. But it looks like there's several ways to get AT. I don't think it's too difficult. But Phoebe is also very, like, yeah, AT, apparently people's like, they just drive one run and they count that as the AT and then they get flagged as AT too difficult. Well, as long as the AT is still underneath 20 seconds. So I don't know what the AT is currently. I forgot to check the plugin, but to turn the plugin on, but as long as it's under 20 seconds. If it's already really close to 20 seconds, then I would probably risk it. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I would 100% you want to make the AT easier. I would probably bump it up, like add at least a second to it. Yeah, Basically, the AT has to have, like, someone picking up Trackmania for the first time should be able to get AT, is, I think, like, their philosophy. I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's what they're going with. And a lot of people play. Yeah, I would probably put it, I would add, like, a full second and make it, like, a 19.9 something. I wouldn't put it like 20x because you don't, it's supposed to be under 20 seconds and I wouldn't want it to get rejected because of that. Yeah, just a flat 20 seconds. That might be pushing it a little too much. Oh my god. What am I thinking? Like, I'm kind of thinking that this is the fastest route, where you turn. Okay, well you don't. Well, you actually turn. You don't just slide off. Why do I always clip that? Why am I so bad at this game? Okay, another 0.1. 18.3 is really good. Although I don't play this style, so I don't know. I think this is probably faster than going to the middle. I don't know if it's faster overall though. I mean, yeah, this is just like, you gotta play it for a while to like find the best time and stuff. And I think there's like a couple routes that can fight for like what's fastest. So I think it's definitely interesting enough for the weekly shorts. Definitely got a good puzzle going on with it. Yeah, this is fun. I'm having fun with this. I don't know if there's really much more I can say about this. Put it in for community shorts. Yeah, that might be a good idea. It's been nice seeing like the evolution of the idea and like the map itself over the past few weeks. 17 possible. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's really fast. I kind of want to ask what you did, A-Titch, but I also don't know if we should be revealing those secrets right now. But, you know, I'm curious. What did you do? Got 19.8, no respawn. I mean, that's pretty good. Now to actually do it without respawning. Yeah, that's the that's the hard part. Pretty tricky Gear 3 plastic. Not much to say except you might extend the map into a full-length map if this does well. I'd also like some insight into what category you put the map for. Good luck. Okay, so is this weekly shorts? Yeah. Oh, not like that. You just drove? Okay, that's fair. Okay, so you probably want to go a little wider so you get a more direct jump. Yeah, that's better. So Gear 3 plastic is automatically going to be like pretty difficult. Oh, yeah, why can I not do that? I might have to just brake. This might not be 100% auto slide. was not paying attention. Paid attention. Oh! Just finished, just finished. See the rest of the map? Okay. Also, no flickering whatsoever. Don't check. Okay, cool, cool. Maps today are cool? They are. I took a break and people really cooked while I was out. Which is a little dangerous because I feel like cooking without supervision, but that's okay. I mean, yeah, you get gear 4 though. So you can get gear 4 if you get the plastic speed slides really well. You can get gear 4 on that section. You have to intentionally keep gear 3 in the third plastic, or else you lose time. Oh, okay. So there's also an aspect of like you have to intentionally. Can you keep gear 3 in the start? Because I get gear 3 when I land, but then I immediately lose it. Also cook some pain you've yet to witness. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, you can. Just cleaner transition. Okay, I figured that's what it was. Okay, too much jumping. I don't know if I can. I might be skill checked. Both main maps are on ice. I like ice. I actually do consider ice one of my better styles. Like, I'm not, you know, like, I'm not so good at ice that I'm like, ooh, I'm an ice Andy. But, you know, I've won, like, 4 or 5 Cup of the Day divisions, and 3 of them were on ice maps. So, I count that as a win. Like, I guess, like, ice is one of my best styles when I'm compared to, like, the average Trackmania player, but it's more saying about the average Trackmania player and not my skill on ice, if that makes sense. That's kind of where I sit with ice. Okay, finally a PB. Wow. You love playing ice, but struggle to get gold medals. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you just play ice, it'll come. But also, I wouldn't worry about the medals too much, because typically the only people who build ice maps are the people who are really good at ice. And so medals are going to be more on the difficult side, just naturally. One said pain map is straight up bonk cup material. Oh boy. Okay, there's another 0.1. I'm getting the hang of this. A 0.1 is really, really good. You should put all map review maps in a campaign so we can freely play them after, without having to skip through 10 maps in the server. I mean, do people play like the map review maps on their own enough to like do that? Because if you're by yourself in the server, you can vote to jump to a certain map and then just play that map. And I know you can do that because that's what I do to get the thumbnail picture for Nolithus TV. Wolf Up does some freaky stuff in Witchcraft. Okay. Could be useful. Yeah, maybe. I'll think about it. I probably won't do it, but I'll think about it. You can vote to jump. Yeah, so you go to Advanced Options, Manage Server, go to Track List, and then you can select a path and vote to jump to track. And that's what I do to like just grab a random map, like picture for the Nolithus TV thumbnail. Oh yeah, it's for the mapping competition. I hope that I picked enough wacky styles to force people to build something that's really weird. But talking about the map itself, I think it does play pretty well. You have to drive it a little while to get used to it, and to really get like the lines where you can keep the gears. And I think especially for like small, like for weekly shorts, that is a good trait to have. Ollie, you're back. Yes, you wanted to get in my lap and you weren't just walking through. Yes. Comp styles are cool. Okay, that's good. Like the back rooms. Yes, liminal horror. I love liminal horror, honestly. I read House of Leaves and it was really good. Well, half the book was really good. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. One half I really liked, and the other half I did end up skipping eventually because I just cared about the other half and not the one half. But yeah, this I'm trying to think of like things that I could say. Like the start gear is really tricky. But I think that's, if you're going for weekly shorts, that's like kind of the point, because you need this stuff to get it to separate it out. I think if you wanted to extend the map further, I would change the start to make the gear more consistent, but the inconsistent gear at the start works specifically because it's a short map. Nola reading smut. House of Leaves is not smut. Excuse me. This one, however, has reawakened the villain. Oh no. Oh no. No, I mean, congratulations. Congratulations on your renewed villain arc. You don't know, you guess. It's a liminal horror book. Actually, let me show you some pages. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Bugs, don't yell at me, cat. I'm getting the book. Give me one moment. I can't find the book. I'm still looking for it. Okay, I'm going insane. I can't find the book. I know. Is it in this? I have a bookshelf next to me, but that's are like games and game guides, not but is it here? I don't see it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Enola's missing. Yeah, I was looking for a book, but no. Because House of Leaves is a really interesting book because it brings like the liminal horror into like the physical copy of the book itself, where the pages themselves start being distorted. And I wanted to show it off, but no, I can't find the book. To avoid playing that, no. It's a fun map. Like, okay. To talk about the map, like I think the only thing I really have to say is like about the start gear. If you wanted to extend this into a full map, then the start gear I would definitely take a look at making more consistent. Also, is that a little bit of a cut that you can hop down there? I don't know. I would take a look at that too. But the rest of the map, like, it's definitely tricky, but like that's kind of what you want for a weekly short, and so I think it works really well. You can cut start. Yeah, that's what you wanted to ask. Okay, can you cut start? Okay, and also, yeah, just look at that cut start as well. Be aware that that might be a possibility. Ollie, you are fine. You have 20 minutes until you are fed. You are fine. Stop yelling at me. You know I'm sensitive. Just getting bullied by my cat, sorry. I don't know a name. Well, I think you found one. Yeah, we've had this before. I'm curious to see if anything has changed from last time. Ooh, that is, yeah, I did forget to talk about that question. What category? I'm not too familiar with the categories themselves, so I'm not entirely sure. All right, got almost 2 a.m. Okay, yeah, go to bed, Riverside. Go to bed. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Category 2, wide, slow. Oh, slow. Definitely slow. What, do you just have that ready to copy and paste, Riverside? That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like 2 for slow would be where it would fit. Because gear 3, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Oh no, you just typed that though, right? You just typed it out. Okay. Decent start. You sniped the question. Very nice. Ah. Nope, too much rotation. Also, you want to ask what your map would be categorized. Okay, I'm so sorry, Riverside. Have we gotten to your map yet? Maybe a 6th category, Feckle. Make all the new players feel pain. There you go. Survival of the fittest. It was the rice. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one is puzzle. That one would be a puzzle map because puzzle also includes pathfinding, and that's what your map is. Oh, this is fast. I feel like that's really fast. Wait, where am I? No, that's not my time. Hey, world record. Let's go, dude. Yes, I'm so fast. All right, good night, Riverside. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thanks for submitting your map too. Oh, Den with the AT. Very nice, very nice. No, I can get 100th faster. So now that I have a pretty good time, how do I feel about playing this map and hunting it? Why did I not turn around there? I'm not turning around anymore. Am I too fast? Is there such a thing as being so fast that you don't really turn around anymore for whatever reason? I think I clipped the top. Yeah, that was really slow end. Ah, darn it. No, A-Titch beat me, darn it. Well, I had a world record for a little bit. I'll take it. I'm an ex-world record holder. A-Titch in front of me going for a small drift, because I was going for a small release, but maybe a drift is faster. You're 11th now. Oh, you can get top 10. Go for it. It's actually a little slower, but I could have not set it up properly. I don't know, a release feels better to me. It might be worse. Also, what category are we thinking for this one? I think this could be lull because of the plastic bonks and kind of like the RNG. I don't think it would really fit as anything else. Oh, what? An exact tie? Hold on, that's not fair. Ah, darn. Ooh, that was close. Ah, 17.65. Darn it. Yeah, I had a really good end. If I could get a good start and then match my end previously, then I feel like I could beat A-Titch, but yeah. Did everything just flicker for you guys? Or is that just me? Was that just on my end? Because that was a little weird. Well, if you guys did see the flicker, let's hope it doesn't happen again. And if you didn't see the flicker, then everything's fine. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Honestly, it does kind of invoke the feeling of like, all right, come on, just a little bit more, which is good. That's the feeling you want. Okay, drift might be better. Ah, yeah, I hit the top. Oh, I clipped the top. Yeah, like if I would really like this gap here to be filled in, but because of console, you can't really do that. So honestly, I think the route itself is decent for a weekly short, trying to figure it out. I would probably categorize it as lull because I don't think it really fits into anything else. The only thing is if you wanted to, because like there are a few spots where the scenery is a little bare, notably like at the start, and then at some of these where you're kind of like looking out over here or something, it does seem a little bare. You could quickly put in like just a tower with some interesting blocks, you know, just like going up and down, probably like here, maybe one like right here, one over here, and maybe like one right here and one right here, just like some stuff on the outside. I think it helps with like a little bit of depth with the scenery, although I think with shorts you don't really have to go that in depth with scenery. Yeah, I don't think the mark is that high for it. But I think this is nice. Yeah, darn it. I had a really good end. Every single time I think, oh, this is a good end. This might do it. Like, no. Ah, that's close. Almost perfect. I still think releasing might actually be faster. I think drifting might slow you down a little bit too much. Finally, a PB. Ah, darn. What do you think, Ollie? You're hungry. You don't get fed for 9 minutes. No, that was a bad end. Oh, surprising PB, okay. Oh, is the drift better? Drift might actually be better. I think it's just how tight you get to the wall makes it worth it. Yeah. Honestly, I think I said pretty much everything. It's a fun little map. Probably submit it as lull. If you wanted to do a bit more, you could add scenery on the outside in the form of like those towers, but I don't think it's mandatory. Came close. Yeah, definitely one that like it 100% invokes the feeling of like, come on, just a little bit more. One more PV, come on. Which I mean, that's a good sign. Oh wait, you already marked it as 5 as lull. Yeah, you're doing great. This seems interesting. This is Chartreuse by Odyssey. Chartreuse? Am I saying that right? I don't know. Wait, what do I want to do? Is it more up here that you want to go? Okay, yeah, it definitely is, but not that high. Oh. No. Whatever. But Wind Mage just played this map, guys. Aang. Aang played the map, you know, from Last Airbender. I know, it's a really funny joke. Stop laughing, you're embarrassing me. Roof hit? Roof hit into what? What a bug site. Where? Wait, is this? Oh, there. What? Why is that there? That looks like it's where you're supposed to go. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Oh, magnet. Okay. What? Definitely need some guiding scenery on this one. Okay, let's see if I can get a little bit of a cleaner run here. I mean, it's not great, but I mean, I'll take the run so far. Come on. Okay, so that's most likely... Okay, so that probably is a bug slide. I was wondering if it was. It most likely is. Ah, darn it, touched. Okay, well there's the silver medal. Definitely gonna watch the GPS. Yeah. Okay, we'll try this again. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Den and A-Titch. I appreciate you guys being here. Have a great night. I gotta really figure out what on earth I'm doing. But here's map review. We'll go ahead, go back to Chartreuse. And, what am I looking for? Manage server, go to track list, Chartreuse. There we go. Yes, okay. Oh. Hopefully it won't happen again. Honestly, if it dies, then I'll just, whatever. I'll just call it for the night. It's not, it's not meant to happen, but whatever. It's the strangest thing though, because like my controller still works, mouse and keyboard still work, but my webcam, microphone, and headset all stop working. And it seems to happen randomly. Sometimes it used to be really rare, but it's becoming more and more, I don't want to say common, but it used to happen like once every few months, and now it's getting to a point where it'll happen, like the last time it happened was just last week. So that's, I don't know if it's like some type of memory thing. I don't think it's a power bank issue, because I have a really good power bank for my PC. I don't think that's the issue, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can find anything else on it. Hey, look at that PB. Okay, there we go. Really weird issue. I know. Like I don't, I don't know what to do about it. Honestly, like I mean, I guess like I need the only thing that's plugged into the USB ports at the front of my PC would be my webcam and an external hard drive that I use for video storage. So if I can have a point where this happens and I'm not streaming or doing anything, then it'd be really nice to like go through and see exactly what works and what doesn't work. But it doesn't just happen when I'm streaming though, because when it happened last week, I was trying to give a presentation in my class for college, and the same thing happened where camera didn't work, speakers didn't work, so like there's not. That was even before I started streaming, because it's supposed to be like a Zoom meeting presentation thing. So it's like it was even before all of that. So it's not like it only happens when I have everything running. So yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to figure it out. But for now, we're not worried about that. Well, okay, we're a little worried about that, but I'm just gonna park the car there so I still have sound. Okay, a lot of airtime. I'm assuming this isn't for track of the day, because if it is for track of the day, I think it's a little too difficult. The transitions are a bit tricky. And the bug slide. The bug slide, most likely not for track of the day. Oh, okay, well that was for a different route. Okay, but let's talk about this. What's this? Oh, I gotta reopen Discord to see if there's a message along with this map. We have... Nope, no message along with this, so I don't think it's for track of the day. Let me drive it one more time, solidify some stuff that I'm thinking. Okay, well I need to do a bit better than that. I messed up the end. I kept the fourth gear though, so you know, I've got that going for me. Alright. But let's talk about this, because why do I think this map is so tricky? So I think the hardest part about this, well, one, the route is pretty blind in some areas, especially this area where I kept thinking you had to go up here like 3 times in a row. But honestly, the hardest part is probably this beginning here, because with these transitions, it's hard to look at them and know like how do you push this, you know? So it's like if you really wanted to get a good time, you have to reduce the airtime in this transition. So that was like okay, but if you really wanted a good time, you would have to push it like a lot better than that. But it's hard to tell like where the limit is. Like what's your marker for pushing? Or do you just kind of drive it and just kind of hope for the best? You know, there's like no marker. There you go. Like, that's decent. And then here... Yeah, so these two transitions, like this one is ambiguous on where you can actually take it and still like... yeah, it's just ambiguous with where you can take it and still like not get airtime without clipping. And then here, I'm not a big fan of this transition because obviously you want the same thing. It's kind of the same thing where it's really ambiguous on how low you want to take this to reduce airtime, but also you're tilting the car this way. And if you tilt the car that way, you have a chance of like clipping the outer edge of the tires. Go middle, middle. I'll try that. Okay, this is actually a decent... okay, whatever. But yeah, I think... Yeah, so these transitions are a little ambiguous, and I don't like the fact that you're tilting here, because if you get this transition wrong, then it's not just that you get too much airtime, it's also that you're going to tilt over, and the outside of your wheels touch, and you get a massive slowdown. And that's not great. It's just a little too ambiguous. Like, what I would consider is... like maybe just having this be there. So instead of like a small jump, it's literally just like you just get that smooth, or maybe, I don't know, that makes it kind of boring. I don't know if I would do that. This I would consider something else, like a little bump or something, not the slant here, but just a little bump to go boing, and then, you know, maybe the skill comes from aiming the jump more on the left so you land sooner and then going there, or the right, rather than just going for the middle. But this, yeah, it's just a little ambiguous. It's hard to push, if that makes sense. But this, yeah, everything's fine. This, oh, some flickering there. One of these needs to be placed in ghost block mode and the other in regular block mode, and then this will be fine. But this, yep, that works. Not gonna clip on that. And then here, this is the only spot in the map that has a bug slide. So, I mean, I guess it could work. Yeah, I don't think this is for track of the day. If this is for track of the day, I would say get rid of the bug slide. But if it's not for track of the day, then I think the bug slide is fine. I think this works. Let me try to drive this end again. Yep. Okay, well, I gotta get there. I could respawn, but then I wouldn't have the satisfaction of a respawn. Ah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You go sideways and you land on the outside. And it's not that satisfying of a landing to have the car like rock back and forth like that. Honestly, I think there just might be a little too much airtime between, like, blocks. Because typically, if you want a more competitive map that is going to look to push, like you're looking to push things to the max, you keep airtime at an absolute minimum. Like, you can have, like, some, you know, smaller airtime jumps and transitions and stuff like that, but... it might be fine. Like that sausage jump might be fine. I'm not entirely sure. I would have to give this map more time than the 12 minutes to really answer that for myself. Okay, there we go. More inside line. Yeah. 0.6 faster. That's okay. Gotta go? Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, Feckle. Thanks for sitting through the crash. And thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. 11 months. That's almost a year. A full year on the struggle bus. Can you believe that? Crazy. Well, thanks for hanging out. And I hope you have a really good rest of your week. And I think for this, like, this is a little weird. I think this area is a little too cramped, because in order to not have airtime, you want to go on the outside here, but that leaves a really sharp angle, and you can't really adjust in time for this turn here without releasing heavily. And so I think I would maybe include one more straight uphill dirt block, or one more straight wood piece. And I think that would give you enough room to properly set this up the way you want it to. It just seems a little cramped right now. I think it just needs one more block. But yeah, early transitions, I'm not the biggest fan of. And then the ending, I think, is a little cramped. But outside of that, honestly, the transitions seem to be working. And I enjoyed my time trying. I enjoyed my playtime on the route. I thought it was pretty fun. Flow is good. Scenery could use some work, though. But nah, I had fun with it. And this, Atich, Mossy Paths. All right. Oh no, Atich just left. It's okay. I'll play this for Atich from the future. Seems like Gear 3 grass. Pretty safe bet. Oh. Honestly, this seems lovely so far. And then there's the finish right there. Okay, yeah, this seems nice. Honestly, I don't know if I would have that much to say about it. Actually, is this for track of the day? For cup of the day, yep, okay. Okay, cool. No, I'm not ready for the GPS yet. I haven't learned. Oh, okay. Oh, wider in the start. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. This seems nice. All right. Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna have too much to say about this, honestly. It just seems like a super well polished map. The scenery is looking good. It is looking a little sparse in some spots, so maybe like some more scenery outside of the edges of the track or of the route itself would be nice. I'll go over like specific spots and stuff in just a moment, but the route itself seems good. Like, I'm not having any gear issues. Well, outside of skill issue. Okay. I even hit a wall there, so I can go faster. I can go a lot faster. Probably shave off like another second or so if I actually drive properly. But a 44.0 seems insane. I don't know if I can do that. One more on the outside. How much time do I have left on this? 8.5? Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Typically, I want to hit the GPS at about like 7 minutes or so. That way, you know, I've driven the map a few times, I understand it, and I'm not just... Like, I can actually understand the decisions that the GPS is making a lot better than if I were just to watch it for the first time. Ah, come on. At least when just watching every corner looks so similar that they blend together. That's not... when you're driving it, there's like, the setup is different for each one. But I kind of get that. I kind of get that. I actually think, now that you mention it, some of the turns in the first half of the map are pretty similar. The second half is really where it, where there's a lot of different stuff. So maybe it's just like in the first half, just like, yeah. More so visually than driving, yeah. All right, let's take a look at that GPS. I mean, yeah, this is kind of what I expected. This is what I was trying to do. That just does it better. Nola's bag. I am. Oh man, I've really gotta. I have no idea. Honestly, one thing I might want to do to test like the crash is swap around the which like USB port I have devices plugged into, and if like the crash happens and it swaps like which devices are working or which ones are crashing, then it could be just the USB, it could be the USB drives and not like any software issues or something. But I'm thinking out loud at this point. I'm trying to think of ways to like troubleshoot it. Is Gear 3 dirt? No. This is Gear 3 dirt that has been left alone for a few years, and so grass has grown. So it's Gear 3 grass. And yeah, the green, so you're eating the grass because you love it so much. I think that's what that emoji means. Honestly, this is really nice. It's super flowy. It's actually not that hard. So I think it's a good difficulty for Cup of the Day, and I really like this minimalist scenery. If you wanted to go for more scenery, I would, you know, maybe encourage like at least a little bit, maybe like some of these towers or something on the outside of some of this stuff, because there are some areas where it is looking a little plain, where you don't have like the rest of the map to help you with like the scenery. But even then, like, you're going for a minimalist look. I don't know if it's that big of a deal. We're listening to another stream that's talking about dirt, and it made me type dirt. Yeah, that happens to me too. But honestly, like, at that point, I'm kind of nitpicking, because honestly, I don't know if I have that much critique for this map. I think you did a really good job on this A-Titch. It's smooth. It's not too tricky. I would maybe change... I don't know, because like visually, I could see that like the map all kind of feels the same. And one thing that you could do is have different poles in the middle to kind of help like visualize. Like maybe each pole is slightly different on something, but even then, like, I don't know, that's probably nitpicking. Good map, other than the fact it's grass. Hit the pole. Yeah, this is a good map. I do like this. Ah, I dropped the gear. Okay, that's not what I'm supposed to do. That looks really good. Yeah. I mean, I think any critiques that you have of this map are just gonna be nitpicky, and I mean like the collective, like you, me, like the collective you, not just like you specifically, Jert. I'm not just like calling you out specifically. Yeah, I knew I had taken that turn better. Okay, yeah, that felt good. Almost top 10. I think it'd be better if it was Gear 5 Road and had lots of loops and wall rides and you're going like 600, 700 speed. What style are you talking about there? Wrong answers only. Ah, crashed. Zalt, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good night so far. Ah, darn it. Pushed it a little too far. Did I just see you in another stream? No, people can only watch one stream at a time. Those are the rules. They would never watch multiple. Yeah, I was really pushing that. Okay, yeah, this is a fun map. I really like this. This is nice. I wish there was a floor for the GPS, because there is a chance that you flip over, and as we discussed earlier, if your car is falling upside down or in water, the media tracker audio, including the GPS, gets muffled. So like this would muffle the GPS audio, and without the floor there is a chance that the car flips over and you don't get GPS audio, but I mean, it might not be that big of a deal. All right. You should submit one of your maps to Mapper again. Yes, you should. All right, but after this, I think we have one more map, and then that's going to be it for tonight. All right, so this, I believe, is Feckle? Yes, which Trap Crow. Interesting name, interesting name. Where do I go? Okay, it's this way. What is this? Yeah, like that. Okay. Kinda hope there's a GPS. I don't remember. Oh, and if you go on the outside, you have the reset for the cruise control. Okay, so yeah, like that. Okay. Wow, author medal first try. I'm so good at this game. Can you keep gear 4? 10 years makes honestly same. Yeah, it's been a while since I've released a map. Oh, it's actually stuff you've been making looking really nice. Very nice. So the style you make tends to have a bit more scenery than your average mix map. Oh, okay, yeah, so you go all out for scenery. I've been trying to do that more. Oh, you can keep gear 4. Look at that. Oh, okay, interesting. Let me try this again. It seems like you want to go more like that. Yeah, okay. Oh, darn. If I... Can you keep gear 4 with that? Not sure if you can. I'll have to... I forgot to check if there's a GPS again. But this, you want to go on the outside. Do you actually want? I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me there's a GPS. Darn it! Ugh, I wanted there to be a GPS. I need answers. I need answers, and I don't think I have the time. Ah, that's right. It's this. Okay. You need a blue sign for turning. Why specifically blue? Blue is for checkpoints. Oh, does anyone know if there's a good item? I should have read your first comment. Good item pack with signs in. Yes, let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna link two things. So the first one, Marie's Trackmania stuff. It's got all of these stuff here, and you can just click it, and it's automatically copied, and you can paste that in the URL. So that's this one. You can look around there, and it's got like different, like a bunch of different stuff for all this. And then the second one is TM signs, and it's got like these map packs here that you can click, and it loads everything up like right here, and you can take a look through that as well. Whenever I'm looking for a custom sign, I use one of those two sites, and they are and yeah, the sign should load for everyone, because you don't want to use like Discord or anything like that, because then you run the risk of like the signs not loading for everyone. But for these, they should load for everyone. Are any of them tiny signs like the arrows? Not like the arrows. If you're looking to recolor those, it might be a mod. I'm not entirely sure actually, but as long as the ratio is okay, the tiny item signs might be a good substitute. But if you're looking to change the color of the arrows themselves, I would maybe ask in like a mapping Discord or something, because I wouldn't know how to do that. But let's talk about this map. I think. Okay, so yeah, this seems fairly nice. Like a fairly flowy, kind of like auto techy kind of thing. Not really auto tech. You got to manually extend the drifts, but this first one, I don't know how I feel about it, because I feel like it's gonna be really easy to get a no slide here, where you're turning to the left, you have skids, and then you can't drift. Like, I was trying to drift there, like I'm pressing brake and I can't drift, because you're already angled to the left. I mean, granted, it's an easy enough fix, but it's a little weird when you have like a good drift set up here, but you don't set up here, but then you actually drift like 1 or 2 blocks later. So I would consider maybe getting rid of like this and just having this brought over here, and then that way you actually use this as like a little drift to go over. I think this is fine, because you use the actual change of surface here to use this drift, and that's good. This I feel like is okay. This I don't. Yeah, it's kind of the same as last map, where the transition point is really ambiguous. Like, what's another transition here? I mean, what? There's like this kind of a transition. Like, you know exactly where the car is going to go, how it's going to interact. It's really easy to visualize that. Whereas here, you aren't, especially since it's penalty and you're losing speed, like you're not really sure which angle or where you should fly off the block to get like the smoothest landing here. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it almost works. I'm just gonna continue anyway. Yeah, not a big fan of that turn. So let me try this out. What is the best? Wait, like we can go here? Is it possible to keep gear 4? I don't know if it is. I feel like I'm close to keeping gear 4, so it might be possible. I almost kept it. I feel like it's so close to working. Yeah, You have now added signs to your map in anticipation that you will tell me to add them. I mean, a little bit of guiding scenery never hurt. Yeah, so for this, honestly, it almost works. What I would maybe consider is, instead of having this be a full slant, use a custom item to have it be a half slant. And I think that would end up being a lot nicer for this, and I think it would work better. I'm assuming that you can keep gear 4. If you can't keep gear 4, I would change this somehow so you can keep that gear 4, because it's the only gear change in the entire map. And if you drop down to 3, then you immediately get gear 4 back here, and it's just like it's just like, yeah, it's kind of a feels bad where you think you're doing something wrong, and then if you drive, and then you release it to the wider player base, and it turns out that you actually can keep gear 4, then all of a sudden the difficulty of the map just bumped up like way higher than you thought, because obviously the gear change is going to slow people down. So if you want like a top time, you got to get this part correct. But I want to say you can keep gear 4, but it's really tough. So I'd maybe make it a little easier to keep gear 4 through here, and then have this be a half bank instead of a full bank. And I think that would solve my issues with that transition. The rest of this, I think, is good. I'm not sure about the outside here, because you get the reset. You kept gear 4 just now? Cool. I would maybe make it a little easier, but let's see, this, I don't know, do you want to actually take the reset on the outside, or is the reset only here for, that way someone isn't just trapped with like 5 speed all the way to the end? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like this too much. That seems a little janky. Or like a bit of a band-aid solution or something. I'm not sure. Maybe if you, blocked this off, if you made this super tight and blocked it off, then it'd be more apparent that you're not supposed to take the reset if you aren't double respawning. There's no way reset is faster, it's for double respawn. Okay, so I would just put like a line of barriers cutting off the cruise control to prevent people from like taking the reset and stuff like that. But everything else I think is pretty good. I think Feckle, you've built a pretty flowy map. Just like that one transition with that one gear, and the drift near the start is a little weird, and then the one cruise control I think is a bit awkward, but rest I think is looking pretty good. Let's see, that feels good for pros though, as long as AT isn't overcooked during that transition. Well, I mean, it kind of depends. Like with transitions, you want to be able to see where your car, you want to be able to visualize where your car is going. It's for double respawn? Yeah, that's what I figured. Let me see if I have a good example of this. So, if I go to my maps, like, I don't know which one would be the best example for this. Like, Echoic is a full transitional map of mine, so we'll load that, see if it's a good example. You know the little light bars that are white sticks? Can you change their brightness? There's 2 variations of them. One gives off light, and the other, like, the other lights up, but it doesn't emit light, if that makes sense. Like, it's not gonna splash light onto the objects around it, and that's about as much as you can do with that. So let's see. Ugh, drink of water. I do have to go, but real quick before I go, let me explain more about what I'm talking about with that transition. So for typical transitions, like, you want to be able to see where the car is going. So for this transition, you know exactly where you want the car to go. You want to go here, and you want the car to end up there, because that is literally the only way that you are going to jump up this way. And so you kind of, like, you know what to expect. Like, for here, you're coming down and you want to land there, so you're going to jump off like here. Or if you jump off here, like, it might be a little rougher of a landing, but you'll still land and everything will be good. Same thing for this jump here. You just jump up and you know you're gonna land there. This transition, however, kind of has the same problem that I was talking about earlier. And the best way to make it inconsistent, make it reliant on a landing? Yeah. Especially with penalty, where you kind of want to wobble to keep more speed. It's just, yeah, it's might be a little inconsistent. But here, like, what's the best line to jump up there? Like, you don't really know. Like, you kind of want to go further up here, and you probably want to land over here, but how are you going to do that? And the answer to that question changes a lot depending on how much speed that you have, which means that every single run is going to be a little different, and there's not one consistent best line to aim for, and given the fact that it's a wide platform, like even if there was a best line to aim for, like it would take a lot of practice to be able to identify it and then, you know, aim for it every single time. And that was kind of my issue with the previous with Feckle's like the penalty transition, was that where exactly you're supposed to jump off is unclear, and so it would take a lot of like trial and error to be able to figure it out on it and to be able to get it consistently. And especially if you're going for track of the day, or more specifically cup of the day, where people only have 15 minutes to learn it, it can create frustration that people don't like. And if I'm and typically if I'm reviewing a map that isn't for track of the day, I'll be a lot more lenient, because then you're expecting people to be like to hunt it and to eventually know that stuff. But yeah, eventually if it is for track of the day, I'll be a lot more strict with that, because that is a point of frustration. I haven't played one of my maps. All right, hopefully that makes sense though, or maybe I was just rambling, I don't know.